Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are starting our next lecture of our Python programming course is lecture 7. In previous lecture, in lecture 6, we have completed all basic concept about loop and in today lecture, we have to do some practice questions because practice makes us a better developer and a better coder. Let's do some. Let Here are some 15 coding questions. Let's do all questions one by one. And if you are not watched that our all previous video yet, so please watch that video and then continue with this video for better understanding. Let's start this video today, and I hope you like this Python programming course, and I hope I cleared your all doubt. Let's start today and of our lecture 7 of our Python programming course. In lecture 7, we have 15 coding questions on loop in Python. So loops in Python with full Python code solution with solution. Because why we add solution? Because I just want to think, just see the solution and just think how it is possible. When your thinking will be developed, like when your logic is correct, like how it is possible, how it is working. If you think correct, then you absolutely do some more question based on this. First of all, you just think and just see the solution and just think how it is possible, how this thing really works, this type. Okay, let's do one by one and in full slow mode, for your better understanding. And let's do. So uh, For if you have any doubt about any topic, so please refer lecture 6 of loops in Python, and for better clear understanding, and let's start with this lecture 7. So let's continue. Before you start, first of all, we have to know how to use this question set. Okay. First of all, attempt every question yourself first. First of all, just see question and try to attempt. Okay, just attempt of your understanding, just how it is possible, how you can solve this question with a different approach. If you have solved this with a conditional statement, you can do also. It totally depends upon you, how you can solve this. Let's do. So first of all, attempt every question yourself, like write and run your own code before looking at the given solution. Okay. And the next one is difficulty level on each slide. I will add all types of difficulty level, like it is just a easy mode, it is a medium, and it's a hard mode. Okay. Depends hard. In easy, we just add basics. In medium, we add applied logic, and in hard, there is some nested and multi-step problems. Okay, so after that, the third step is a topic that show which concept is test for loop, while loop, range, break, continue, pass, or nested loop. Okay, nested loop means loop inside loop. Okay, there is a fourth one is code solution is given for reference. Like use it to check your logic. Why we add reference for? Because of how to check your logic after seeing the solution. Based on it, I will add reference. Okay, so not to skip writing the code yourself, always write your code all one by one. Okay, so this is our legend: easy, medium, and hard. That's the green means warm up, yellow means code practice, and red your challenge yourself. The most difficult I have add in our slide. Let's move forward. This is our first question, easy mode. This is a question of a for loop. We have to just print 1 to 10. Okay. I have also this question. Why I add this question? Because I just want to start with the basics. So I do this question in our previous lecture also. So this is our first question. That's a basic question. So write a program using for loop to print number from 1 to 10, each on a new line. Okay, each on a new line. So let's do the question with the help of for loop. So let's do it practically. So just move to just create our new file. Just name is practice question loop.py. Correct. So our first question is print the number from 1 to 10. Okay, with the help of with the help of for loop. Done. So just if you use for loop, so just remember we have a variable and there is some statement. So start with the this one. So like for any variable for in range, you have to put range. I've also told you. And if you have to print the number from 1 to 10, then the range is up to plus 1 plus 10. 10 plus 1, that's 11, because we have to add also 10. Okay, so the range starts from 1 and goes up to 11. Okay, then print just I. Okay, and now just print and see what is the output. So the output is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So this is just a basic code, and it is a very easy code. And so let's try this code also with the help of while loop. Okay, so just comment out, and let's try this code with the help of while loop. Now just same question with the help of while loop. While loop. So in while loop, the first step is the initialization. So just initialize. So I equal to 0, and not a 0, it's a start from 1. So the initialization is start from 1, and here is just while I is less than equal to 10. If you don't want to add equal to, so the expression is just one step forward, and I is less than 11. Okay, so just do this type and just print I. Done. And after that, the initialization is done, condition is done, and the main step is the updation. So just this type I plus equal to 1. I also told you what does it mean. It means I equal to I plus 1. Done. Now just print and see what is the output. So the output is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So the output is same. So we can do this thing with the help of for loop also and the while loop also. Okay, I hope there is no doubt here. I hope you clearly understand what I'm trying to say about this code, and just think how the logic will work. And if you know how to create a logic, so you can solve any type of coding question uh, inside this problem. Okay, so I hope you clearly understand. So now just comment out, and let's move to our next question. So question number 2. So at the same, he just solved this question with the help of for loop, and the expected output is 1 to 10. Okay, so let's move forward to our second question. It's also an easy question, and it's a while loop, and it's also a print 1 to 10 with the while version. Write the same 1 to 10 program as question 1, but using a while loop instead of a for loop. So I also do that question previously. So this is also the same approach I also do, and if you want to change that approach, also you want to change. Okay. So I hope you will understand the second question also. So let's move to our third question. So third question is print even number. Okay, and we try to solve this question with the help of for loop also and with the help of while loop also. Okay, so for your clear understanding that how the loop will work. So the question is print all even numbers between 1 and 20 inclusive, because we have to include 20 here, and using a range with a step value. Okay, so let's do this. So question number 3, what the question is, print all even number from from uh, 1 to 20 with the help of with the help of for loop. Okay, let's do. So in for loop, just create this one for I in range, and just think how to create how to solve the even numbers with the help of some stepping problem. Like we have to start the even number, and what is the even number? That number who is divisible by 2 and the remainder is 0. Okay, so the even number starts from which number? That's a 2. So start the initialization with 2, and we have to print up to 20. So it is goes up to 21, because we have to include 20 also, and the stepping is just a 2. Okay, done. I hope you clearly understand how I can write here this thing. So just here and just print I. Done. Nothing more here. Now just print and see what is the output. Just see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So this is possible with the help of the for loop, and just normal thing we have to know about the how the range we started and adding all these things. Okay, so this is all about the uh, how to print all even number from 1 to 20 with the help of for loop, and let's do this code with the help of while loop. Okay, so just think, and you know that how it is possible here. So let's try to solve this code with your logic with the while loop, and just try first of all, and just pause this video at this time and try. Okay, if you already I hope you solve this question with the help of while loop, and okay, and if you don't solve at this time with the help of while loop, I will solving. I'm just solving this question with the help of while loop. Okay, so the next thing is
Okay. Okay. So, with the help of while, what we have to do? First of all, what is the main rule? Is initialization. Initialization. I start from correct. So,
done. So done. So let's do this. I equal to 0, and initialization is correct. So just to create a condition while I is less than equal to 20, equal to 20. Okay, correct. Now what we have to do? We have to just put a condition. Okay, so the condition is what? If I divided by 2 equal to 0. What the basic definition of the even numbers is that it is divisible by 2 and the remainder is 0. So when the I is divisible by 2 and the remainder is 0, this condition is true. okay, and that number is called a even number. So if this is true, then what we have to do? We have to just do here print I, correct? When the print I is done, then after the if condition, the iteration will also do something, that's the I plus equal to 1. Let's try to run this code and see if we have not any types of error. Let's see. Okay, so this is start with 0, so the initialization will not start with 0, just start with 1 for your better understanding. Okay, that how is this possible? Okay, just see. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So this is also a great logic behind the while loop for solving. So we can solve the same question. So we can solve this question with the help of for loop also and with the help of while loop also. I hope you clearly understand behind the all logic of this code. Like we have to just initialize from 1, and there is some condition. That condition is I is less than equal to 20 because we have to go up to 20. If you don't want, so I is less than 21, that is also correct. So there is some condition we have to put inside the while loop, that is the if I is divided by 2 equal to 0 and then print I. And after completion of all this thing, just to move out of this condition statement, and in loop condition we have to just initialize I is plus equal to 1. You have to also do I is plus equal to 2. That is all. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 12, 16, 18, 20. So I hope you clearly understand all the this question number 3 to you. So I hope clearly understand. So let's move to our next question, question number 4. All done. So here also he's using a for loop, and we have to just print this the same thing, and the output is this. So if we have to print, so this is print is the another line. If we have to print in the same line, then what we have to do? So what we have to do the same thing. Like so just do this thing with the this one, like print I comma and equal to, just give a space, this one. Okay, uh, with the help of this is not go uh, outside the line, and all things printed in the same line with some spaces, just like this: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 20. If you want to do this, so here we also do the same: I comma and equal to space. Okay, and the space in colon, it's a space in quotation. Okay, so just comment out, and I hope you clearly understand how this thing works. Sorry. So let's move to our next question, question number 4. So in previous question, in question number 1 and 2, we have to just print the numbers like 1 to 20. What we have to add all these number: 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7, all this number, and the addition we have to just print. Okay. So how is this thing is possible, and it is also a easy side. So we have to solve this question with the help of for loop. You can also solve this question with the help of while loop also. Okay. So let's do this. So the question is what? So take a number and as input and calculate the sum of all natural numbers from 1 to n using a loop. Correct? So solution is here. Just see the solution, and then I will tell you how is this possible. How is the logic and this code is working. So we have to just take an input. We have to take a user input here, and just create another variable that is a total, and total start with the 0. Okay, so the for I in range I 1 1 to n plus 1, that a range up to, and what we have to do when the iteration will go to the next up to the next one. So that's what we have to do at that point. We have to just add that iteration to the total variable, and then we have to just print total. The output is here. I hope I think you don't understand. So let's do it practically, and just do let's think what we have to what is the something doing here. Okay, So the question number 4, 4. So the question is add a natural number. Okay. So just start with the help of for loop. So just two. So in for loop we have to just start with this thing for I in, and before we have to proceeding this, we have to just take a input and equal to integer input enter number. Okay, done. And create any variable, that's a sum, and that's initialized with 0. Okay, so for I in range starts with 1 and goes up to n plus 1. If you don't want to take the input, so like if you want to just print the 1 to 20, so 1 comma 21, that's the correct thing. So after this, just print I, just print I, not. Okay, so if you want to print I, that's the iteration just to print, so don't worry. So don't print I here, don't do the mistake here. So just think. So the iteration goes up to this one, so what we have to do, just sum plus equal to I, correct. This means what? So sum plus equal to I, and after that what we have to do, print sum outside the loop. Okay, and just see what is output. Enter num 5, 15. So let's verify. Okay, so 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 5, 4, 9, 12, 14 and 15, correct. So this is all these things we have to, how we have to print the n natural number, some of the n natural number with the help of this. Okay, so how this code will work, let's understand. So here just n, and that's the, we have just to take an input, and after that we have to create any variable, that's a sum, and we have to create any for loop. We have to just run a for loop, and 1 to n plus 1, and what we have to do, the iteration will come that all the iteration that's added to the sum. That's first of all, it's a 0. The iteration is 1, that's a 1. Iteration is 2, that's a 1 plus 2, 3. Iteration is 3, that's a 1 plus 2 plus 3, that's a 6. Iteration is 4, then the 4 plus 6, 10. The iteration is 5, that's a 10 plus 5, 15. This is the so all this code run this type. Okay, I hope you clearly understand how this thing is possible. So what we have to do at this time, and let's do this code with the help of while loop also for your clear understanding. Okay, with the help of while loop. Okay, in while loop, what we have to do? So first of all, let's take a user input. Done. And after that, we have to create a two variable here. First variable is sum, start with 0, and there is another variable I that will start with 1, because in while we have to iteration, we have to also start the iteration before the condition. Okay, so there is some condition while I is less than equal to n, correct. Okay, and after that sum plus equal to I, correct. and then sum plus equal to I, and then the iteration is I plus equal to 1. After that, just here print sum. Okay, so let's run this code. Enter num, the same num we have to put 5, 15, correct. So how is this possible? So we have just taken input n, and it is just an integer input we have to take, and the sum start with 0, and the I iteration, first of all the initialization I equal to 1, while I is less than equal to n. Okay, this means sum plus equal to I, and then I plus equal to 1. This means the sum, just the iteration I, and the after that the operation is also here now, because in while loop we have to updation, we have to apply the updation. In for loop that automatically he will do, but in while loop we have to add. Okay, so I plus equal to 1, and then we have to just print sum. Okay, so after this thing, this is all the problem how the while loop will work here. So I hope you clearly understand how we print all the natural number with the help of while loop. Okay, so let's do our next question. I hope you clearly understand at this point, and let's do our next question. That's the question number 5. So first of all, this is your question number 4. That's is the easier side, and how this thing is possible is just see here. Okay, I hope you clearly understand, and let's move to our question number 5. So here we have just start our medium level question. So in medium level question, the first question is the question number 5 is we have to solve the question with the help of for loop. So the question number 5 is the multiplication table. So question is what? So question is, take a number as input and print its multiplication table from 1 to 10 using a for loop. Okay, so the solution is how it is impossible. So before looking the solution, don't see the solution here. Let's do this code practically. Okay, so let's do this. Question number 5 is multiplication table. Okay, so what we have to do? Just take any input num integer, and we have to solve this question with the help of for loop. Done. Just take any input, integer input, and enter num. Okay, and then what we have to do? So just create a for loop here for I in range. Just start from 1 to n plus 1. That's the range. Okay, and then completing all these things, just print what we have to print. The print num into I, this thing. Okay, and not n plus 1, because you have to vary 1 to n, this one. Okay, and just print this one, and after this just do this one for the better understanding. Just create a and how I add and here you will understand. Okay, so run this file and enter num is 10. So here are the 10 the table of 10. 10 into 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20, because the range is from 1 to 10. Okay, so 1 to 11 with the included, therefore we have included the number 10 here. So how is this possible? Let's see. So here number we have to take an input and we have to using a for loop, that's a range and that's a normal thing. Okay, so just think here how how I how I can write, how can I write num into 1, num into I, just see. So if we give the num as a 10, so 10 into the first iteration is I, that's a 1, 10 into 1, 10, that's the same thing. Then the loop will again run, that's my iteration is 2, then 10 into 2, 20, then iteration is 3, 10 into 3, 30, now the iteration is 4, 10 into 4, 40, now the iteration is 5, 10 into 5, 15, now the iteration is 6, 10 into 6, 60, now the iteration is 7, 10 into 7, 70, okay, and now the iteration is 8, 10 into 8, 80, now the iteration is 9, 10 into 9, 90, now the iteration is 10, 10 into 10, 100. So this all these things print with the help of for loop. This is the all types how you can solve this question. Okay, so I also do this question with the help of while loop. So let's try with the help of while loop. Okay, so what we have to do, first of all, same thing, just create a num input, just create a variable num and take an input from the user input, enter num, done. And after that what we have to do, just create a variable I that start with 1, done. Then create a while loop with a condition I is less than equal to num. If this is all done, then just print, what we have to print, print num into I. Okay, and after this thing, just updation I plus equal to 1, that's the basic rule you have to know. So the num is same 10, and just see, this is the this line. So for what we have to do, print all this thing in the same line is this one. Okay, and now print, and the num is 10 same, then what, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. That's all the thing we have to also do with the help of the for loop, and also we have to solve this question with the help of while loop. Okay, I hope it's clear, you clearly understand how these things work. So okay, so what we try to say, if you want to do some better, like this one, 10 into 1 equal to 10, 10 into 2 equal to 20, 10 into 3 equal to 30, 10 into 4 equal to 40. Then how we can do? We can do also with the help of the f string. What is f string? Just see here. Just create a f string. Okay, and in f string, what we have to do? In f string, just do this thing. Num, this one, into, just keep some space and do this I equal to, done, and just do this, correct, and now just print and see what is output. Same, the num is 10, just see. I think the still will not look good. So for this, what we have to do, just add x. That looks like some multiplication sign, and now just print. same input 10. Just see, 10 into 1 10, 10 into 2 20, 10 into 3 30, 10 into 4 40, 10 into 5 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So this looks very prettier and very aesthetic. So like if you do some web development, so the backend is the same, but in front end, if you have to change some UI features, so that totally depends upon the front end developer. How he can do all, how can he make the front end too beautiful and too pretty. So this is the all these things. So you have to learn how this thing is possible, and if you do this, so you can enjoy. So with the help of this, okay. I hope it's clearly understand to you. So we can solve the multiplication table with the help of for loop and the while loop also. So I hope you clearly understand. There is no doubt uh, up to question number 5, no? Correct? Question number 5. And now let's move forward to our question number 6 and just see what the question number 6 is. So this is a very, very, very important question, the reversal number. So try to understand how this thing is possible. Okay, so let's do this code one by one. So the question is, it's a medium level question, and we can solve this question with the help of while loop here. Okay, so it is just a reversal number. So the question is, write a program that reverts a given integer using a while loop without converting it to a string. Okay, what does it mean? So without converting it to a string, okay, with the help of while loop. So we have to just take an input that's here and create any variable that's anyone. Okay, so the condition is what? The condition is while n is greater than 0 here, n is greater than 0. Okay, that's correct. So if the correct, so then digit is equal to n divided by 10. What this find? This find a remainder. Okay, what is it find? It's find a remainder. So digit n divided by 10. So after that, let's take an example here, 1 2 3 4. If it is divided by 10, what is remainder here? So the what remainder is 4. So the 4 is the digit, so the value of digit is 4. So the digit is your 4, correct. Now then the reverse, and that is a 0. So 0 equal to this is 0, 0 into 10, that's a 0. 0 plus 4 4, the output is here 4, correct. Then after that, what we have to do, because we have to also do the same loop, we have to run the same loop again and again when the condition will be matched. Then and this is the modulus division, and this one 10, and at this time, what is the n here? So the n is after the reverse n, so this is the 4 here. Okay, that's done. Okay, and after that, the n is 1 2 3 4, and after the modulus division, the n is become 1. I hope 1. Correct, 1. Okay, so 1 is after this how this thing will work. So after this thing, so 1 is also greater than 0. So then again the digit is 1 2 3 4. Okay, so for why we use the n equal to n floor division by 10. So why we use this? So we use this for the loop condition again and again running. Okay, so after that, just a print reverse n. So let's do this code practical based, and then we have to analyze how this thing is possible. Okay, so let's do print reverse of a number, reverse of a number with the help of while loop. Okay, question number 6. Question number 6. Okay, let's do. Okay, so first of all, uh, just take any input num. Okay, and let's create any variable that is a reverse RAB variable, and that is a 0. Let's do while loop problem. In while loop, so first of all, what we have to do, so that is the same thing we have to know, and I hope you clearly understand how this thing is possible, and let's do this thing. Okay, so what we have to do, so while num is greater than 0. Okay, when the num is greater than 0, then what is the possibility? Then digit equal to and it's modulus division and the 10. Sorry. Okay, and not and here we have to create a num. Okay, and after this we have to create a variable RAV, that is RAV into 10 plus data digit. This thing done, then num equal to num modulus division by 10. After this, just print RAV reverse and just see what is output. So the num is same 1, 2, 3, 4, and the output is 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so this is all about the input and the output. How this is just to see the input. The input is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the output is 4, 3, 2, and 1. The number will be reversed. That's the same thing. So what we have to do, how this thing is possible, just see here with the help of while loop. So here just take a input num and let's create any variable reverse, and that is a 0, and while num is greater than 0, that's a digit. So what we have to so the num is 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 3 4, that's divided by 10, that's the division. The remainder is 4, so the digit becomes 4 and the reverse is 0. So 0 into 10, that's 0 plus 4. Now the reverse is 4, so the 4 is here. Okay, then again the loop will be continue running. So we have to do num, that's the modulus division by 10. The num is 1 2 3 4, and the when do floor division by 10, they just give the quotient, and the quotient is again running here. Now the quotient is what? Like if we have to divide 10 divided by 1 2 3 4. Okay, then the quotient is what? The quotient is 1 2 3. Okay, and the remainder is 4. Then the 1 2 3 is again go inside the digit. It again go 1 2 3, that's the num. So that 1 2 3 is greater than 0. Correct. Now the digit is become num divided by 10. That's the 1 2 3 divided by 10. That's what is the output. So the output is 3 because the remainder is 3 and the quotient is 12. So 3. So here is 3, and the what is the reverse will become? That's the 4. So 4 into 10, that's the 40. 40 plus digit become 3, that's the 43. 4 3 again. Now the num will become what? So the num will become 1 2 12. The now the num is what? 1 2 3. Then the 1 2 3, that's the divided by 10. Now the floor division is what? So the floor division is become 12, and the remainder is 3. Correct. So the 12 is always greater than 0. Done. Now the digit will become num divided by 10. So the 12 divided by 10, that's the remainder is 2, and the quotient is 1. So the remainder is 2, that's the digit is 2, and the reverse is what? So the reverse is 43. So 43 into 10, that's the 430, and plus 2, 432. 432. That's the 432 is here. And now num is what? Num is 12, and 12 4 divided by 10, that will become 1. and 1 is also greater than 0, so the digit will become 12 divided by 10. That's sorry, the digit is what? Now the 1 is greater than 0, num is greater than 0. That's done. So when digit 1 divided by 10, the output will there, and the reverse is what? So the reverse is what? 4, 3, 2, and plus the digit is 1. Okay, so 4, 3, 2, 1, and now 1 is this, and the 1 divided and this one, there is a not problem, so that the condition will false here, and the print the reverse here, that is the 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is the whole logic behind this code. I hope you clearly understand the logic behind this code. Okay, so I hope you clearly understand. So let's do our next question. The question number 7 is what? Let's see. Logic behind this code is done. First of all, when you learn the logic, you can solve any types of coding questions uh, like this. Okay, so first of all, you have to create logic. You have to build logic. You have to think how this thing is possible, how the code will run here. So you have to just think. Okay, when you think, that's all correct thing. Okay, so let's move forward to our seventh question. That is also a best question here. That is a check for a prime number. What does it mean? So it means write a program to check whether a given number is prime. Use break to exit the loop as soon as a factor is found. Okay, what does it mean? How this thing is possible? Let's analyze here. Okay, just see the solution first time. So here, just take an input num. That's the num is the input here. Okay, and let's create any variable. That's each prime, anything, and that's the boolean. That's a true, correct. So if you also know what is the prime number, so prime number is what? That number who is not divisible by any number, and that is not divisible by any number, and that is always divisible by only one. Okay, so like we have a prime number like 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 15, 11, 13, not a 15, because 15 is the divisible of 3 into 5. So that number is divisible by same, or that is divisible by 1. I correct. Okay, so like 2, 3, that is 2. So 2 is divisible by only 1. Okay, so 1 into 2, that's a 2, and also and 3 same, at the same number. 4, 4 is divisible by 2 into 2, not a prime number. 5, always 1 into 5, that's a prime number. 11, not divisible by. Okay, 7, always divisible by the same number. That's the divisible by 1. So 11, that's the 13, and 17, 19, 23, 29, and 31, 37, 43. I hope I'm correct. And after 47, so this is the prime number between 1 to 50. So you just clearly understand the prime number started with 2. Okay, because 1 is not a prime number. So the 2 is the first prime number. So therefore the num is less than 2. Okay, if the number is less than 2, that is prime is false. That the condition is false here. That the all go. Okay. Now the main thing is here. So just if num is less than 2, that's the if prime is equal to false. That's correct. Done. After that, we have to create a for loop. So for loop is for I in range that starts from 2 and goes up to 2 comma int of num. That's the num output, and the power is 0.5 plus 1. Okay, that is the mathematics thing here. Just see how is this possible. Let's start from 2 and goes up to, because we have to just put this thing. So num to the power 0.5. Like you have to put anything. Just see here this type how this thing is possible. So like we have a num is just 70, and just see 70 is a prime number or not. So let's start with the 2. So if num divided by 70, so 70 divided by uh, southern num, we have to put 70 is the number, so that's a 17. That is this goes up to 2 to that point. Okay, so what does it mean? So it means 2 comma in num to the power 0.5. 0.5 means 1 by 2, correct? So if goes up to num is 17 and 17 to the power 1 by 2, that's a root. So root 70, that is not any value. So num to the power this one and then plus 1. Okay, so 17, and that 70 divided by I equal to 0. Therefore if it is divisible by 0, then the each prime equal to false, and that's a break. At that point, just a break at that point, and then print prime if each prime else not prime. Cut. That's the same thing. Okay, so let's do this code on practical base, and let's analyze how this thing is work. Okay, so let's do. Okay, so first of all, the question is finding prime number. Okay, so we have to just create any variable name. We have just get any variable as a num. Num is int input enter num. Done. Great. Now create any variable each prime. 1 second. Okay, let's do this. Each prime. Each prime equal to true. Correct. Now what we have to do? First of all, just create any logic like if each prime each prime is less than 2, then print false. Just see here. If that's not each prime, that's the output. So what we have to do at that point? We have to just edge. If num is less than 2, then the output will become false. Okay. So if just do changing here, change here this one. If num is 1 second, num is less than 2, then if each prime equal to false. Correct. Done. And then what we have to do? So just do this thing. Now create a main logic. So for I in range 2 to the I in range 2 to int num power is 0.5 and then plus 1 for up to. Okay, okay, that's a 2 to root 17. If the in root 17 that is not divided by 2, the main logic is here. Just imagine, just see. I will clearly understand. I will clearly uh, tell you how what is happening here. Okay, if this is possible, then the you have to check the condition if that condition is true or not. Okay, so if num divided by I equal to 0, if it is divisible, then it is false. Okay, and it is as a false. Okay, so let's do this thing. So if num divided by 2 equal to 0, then break. Okay, I hope I'm correct at this point. Not before is this. We have to write this one like this. Each prime equal to false. This one. Okay. After the breaking condition, we have to put uh, after the breaking condition, when we have to put just what we have to print, and just at that point, just print what we have to print. Just see what we have to print. Print prime. If each prime, if each prime, else not prime. Okay, that's the main thing because you have to put the string for the better understanding, like the code will look good at that point. So prime if each prime, okay, correct, done. Prime if each prime, else same condition here, else not prime, done. And just run this code and let's understand what is going here. Okay, any number 17 prime, correct. Let's try 18, not prime. Same 2 into 9, 6 into 3, that's not prime. And again one is 79, try prime. Again one, again once again another is a 3-digit number, 131, prime. So this is all the thing. How this thing, that's a very easy logic. Let's try to analyze the logic behind this code. Okay, just see. We have a variable that name is num, and num is the we have to take an input at an enter num. Done. First of all, we have to create any variable name at each prime, and each prime equal to true. First of all, we have to check, and when the each prime is equal to true, then we have to put a condition. That condition is what? So the condition is if num is less than 2. Why we have to put 2 here? Because the prime number is started from the number 2. Okay. If num is less than 2, that's another thing. We have to all the we have to if all the num that is less than 3. So we have to all the separate thing. For that we have to put the condition here. So if num is less than 2, so is prime equal to false again, and then we have to put a for loop. So in for loop, what we have to do? So for I in range, that is start from 2 and goes up to the int num. The main logic is here. The main logic is here. That's the num to the power 0.2. If the any number that is a root of any number, that is a divisible. Correct? That is a divisible. That's the basic thing. So like if num is equal to 16, so root 16 equal to what? Plus 4. And there is a minus 4, but the num is less than 2. That's also false here. Therefore, we have to clearly understand that the root 16, the value is equal to 4. Correct? So if num divided by 2 equal to 0, and each prime equal to false, if num divided by 2 equal to 0, that each prime equal to false at that point, then just break. If break, then just a print. At that point, if like 70 is a prime, that's the loop will go at the another point is the just stop at that point, and just print prime if is prime is not prime. That's a normal thing. So therefore the output is this. I hope you clearly understand what I'm trying to say here. So let's try one more. That's 97 prime. 90. Another approach of finding the prime number. So let's try to do with another approach for a better understanding. If you have a problem with this, if you are not understanding how this code will work, so let's do another. Let's try to do. Let's try to solve this question with another method. Okay. So what you have to put another method. Done. So what you have to do? so let's create another variable num, that's a int, then input, then enter num. Correct. Done. Then let's create a variable count equal to 0. Then if num is greater than 1, not equal to, if num is greater than 1, then what you have to do inside the if condition, let's create a for loop. Okay, for I in range 1 to num plus 1. Correct. You clearly understand this point? And inside this, if num divided by I equal to 0, correct, then what we have to do, then just do this thing, then count plus equal to 1. First of all, I just write this code and then I will tell you how this thing works, is working. Then again, if count equal to 2, comparison, and then if count equal to 2, then print prime number, else print not a prime number. Okay, done, normal thing. And after this one, just create another else condition here, that is what, okay, so if the count is plus equal to 1 and this if condition, this is outside the loop. Okay, outside the loop, and just do the perfect indentation, and after this print same, that is not a prime number. Correct. And first of all, just run this code and then see what is happening. Let's try for 99, not a prime number. Correct. So this is the all approach we have to told you how this thing is possible. So it's not a prime number. So what we have to maximize. Okay. So not a, and also try for the another one, that is just 23 prime number. Another one 69, not a prime number. So let's analyze and let's try run how this thing is possible. Let's analyze. Okay. So first of all, what we have to do, what we do here. So we have take a variable num, that is take a input from a user, and we have created another variable that is count, that start with 0. Okay. So if num is greater than 1, and for I in range 1 comma num plus 1. Okay. So if num divided by I equal to 0, that's the range, and if the num divided by I, if I is anything you want to do, that's a 1. If like a 2, if num, that's a 17, and the 17 divided by, that's the range is from 2, so 1. So 17 divided by 1 is not equal to 0. Correct. So this is not equal to 0, so this will not work. So if count equal to 2, now the count is 1, that's not possible. Then the count is equal to 2. Yeah, when the count is equal to print prime number. Like how is it possible? If the count is equal to print prime number, else not a prime number. After this, all these things, if not work, that is not a prime number. That's the whole logic behind this code. Okay. I hope you clearly understand what I'm trying to say. If you don't, please try to understand. Okay. Just see here. If num divided by 1, like let's take a num, that's 17. Okay. 17 is greater than 1, that's correct. So this code inside this range. So like for I in range 1 to 17. Okay. So 1 to 17. So like the 17 is 17 divided by the range is from 1 to 18. That's a 1 to 17. Okay. So 17 divided by 1. That is not 0. 17 divided by that's a 17 divided by 1. That's a 0. Correct. Okay. And 17 divided by 2. That's a 1. That is not 0. Done. 17 divided by 3. That is 1. So there is also I think there is also a 1 here. Okay. So therefore count plus equal to 1. So now the count is become plus equal to 1 because this is increasing at that point. Okay. If the count is become 2, okay, then now the count is become 0 and then 0 plus 1 because we have to count how much time it is divisible. So it is divisible by 17 divided by 17, it's a 0. Done. And 1 divided then the 17 divided by 1, you also remember is 0. Okay, that's a 2 times. When the count is become 2, so the count is become 2 here. Done. So when the count is become 2, that's a prime number because it is divisible by the is 1 and the only at the same number, that is 17 divisible by 1 and the 17 also. Therefore count is become 2 and this is the prime number and not a prime number. If this condition not for this, that is not a prime number, that is also done. Like if you have to print 1 here, just say here, if you have to do 1, not a internal 1. Done. Yeah. So I think problem is here because the prime number start with 2. So the 2 prime number done. 3 prime number done because this condition starts from greater than 1. Okay, not equal to 1. Okay, so this will all happening behind the how the prime number you will find. I hope you clearly understand. If you don't understand, please rewatch this point and I hope you clearly understand after the rewatching. Okay, so let's move to our next topic. Next question, that is question number 8. What was that? So okay, second, yeah, done. So check for a prime number. I hope you clearly understand behind this code. So I think this is some confusion. So I've just told you the easy method. Okay. So let's try some easy question after solving the two medium real question. So the easy question we have to find from for loop that iterate through a list. What does it mean? So it is given a list of a student name. Use a for loop to print each name along with its position number. Like what? Like just here the solution. That's we have a list of names Aman, Dia, and Joya, and we have to just print for I in range length of name. That's the length of names you have to just find. And okay, so the length is what? The length of name is become 3, and therefore I in range, that is the I in range that starts with the 0 and goes up to this one. So for that it's the 1, and then the names of I, that's the 1, that's the Aman, that's the Ria, and that's the Joa. All logic. So let's do this code on practical base, then we clearly understand how this thing is possible here. Okay, so let's do this. What is the question is iterate through a list. Okay, iterate list. So just create any list name. Okay, name is what? Aman, Ria, Joya. Okay. Then what we have to do? Let's create a for loop for I in range. That is length of name. Then and just what we have to do? Just print using of we have to do some pretty work. So therefore use f string. So f string what? That is I, that is start from 0 and this is I plus 1. Okay, and this is become that's we have to do the sum this one, and after that nothing we have to do, we have to just this one, therefore name of I with the use of this one. How this is possible I will tell you. First of all, just see what happening. Aman, Ria and Joa, correct, that looks also good. That's some pretty. Okay, so how this thing is possible? So name is a list here. So inside the list we have a three name: Aman, Ria and Joya. So we have to create a for loop. So for I in range, that ranging from length of name. So length of name is 3. So print f this one, and so it totally depends upon the length of name. That's the what is the length of name? You have to just see here, and it is just a f string, that is I plus 1, and name of I, that is the Aman. Okay, so done. I hope you clearly understand how this thing is possible. So let's do our next question, question number 9. And this is a very easy question, the question number 8. And let's move forward to the question number 9. You just see here, okay? And question, that's a good question. It's all very, very, very important question. Count vowels in a string. In any string, you have to just count the vowel. Like you have to take any text. Just see here. You have a text is a loops in Python. Okay. And in loops in Python, there is a vowels name. Let's say A. You have to also know we have a vowels name in also a small letter and a capital letter also. So vowels is A, E, I, O, U, capital A, capital E, capital I, capital O, capital U. Done. You have to just count inside the text how many vowels. Normal. Using a for loop. For anything, ch, I, any variable you have to take. For ch in text, if character in vowels, then count plus equal to 1. That's the expression. And then print count. That's a normal thing. Let's do this. Okay. So let's create any variable name, that's text. First of all, what we have to do? Question is counting for vowels. Okay. So text is what loops in Python. We are using all the capital and also a small letter here. Okay. So what we have to do? Let's create a variable that name is count. Count is 0, and after that let's do this code with the help of a for loop. For okay, ch only I, you have to take any variable. For ch in text, if correct. For ch in text, if like for ch in text, you have to take for ch in text you have to take any variable. If uh, this thing like for ch in text, if the main thing is here what let's we have to just create a variable, let's just count. That's count is equal to 0, and we have to also create another variable that is vowel is what? So vowel is this one. One second. This one. Vowel is become A, E, I, O, U. Capital A, E, I, O, U. Done. Okay. So if CS in vowel, normal thing. If CS in vowel, I also told you about this. Just do what? count plus equal to 1, and after this thing, and just print out of this, and if this is possible, and then just print after coming the loop, and then print count, correct, and to- just run this side. 4, just see where is this, double O 2, I 3, not P is a consonant, Y is not also not a vowel, T is not a vowel, H is not a, O is a vowel. Okay, so how this is possible, you just think here, and let's do an analysis of this code. Let's think of the logic behind this code. Just think the logic behind this code. We have to just take a variable name as a text, and text equal to loops in Python. Okay, so after that we have a variable name that is a vowel, and that variable name is as A E I O U, capital A, capital E, capital I, capital O, capital U. Done. And we have to just create another variable that is a count, and the initialization of the count variable is a 0. Okay, so for that, we have to just create any variable that's cs. Yeah, you have to create any variable that's I. So for cs in text, correct. After we have to create any condition. If cs in vowel count plus equal to 1, we have to create an expression. That's we just print count, and the output is here. So this is very easy code. I hope you clearly understand what I'm trying to say. So let's move to our next question. The question number 10 is what? Done. Looks in Python there is a 4 vowels. So if you want to print like this is a 4 vowels, so what we have to do? So just print count, and do this type for the look some pretty type. Okay, so this one, and after that just print this vowels. Okay, and I think correct. Mhm. Done. Okay, okay. I think no problem here. Okay, done. So just print here what we have to do. So still I think to access string. Okay, and now print, and just see what happening. What happened? Correct. Using the access string, you can do this some pretty well. How the 4 vowels? Just see. So this is all about how you can write the code. So if you think well, so you can write any types of code, and you can make it any prettier. Okay. So let's move to our question. I think question number 9 is done. So let's move to our question number 10. That is a Fibonacci series. Also a very important uh, question is here. So first of all, it's a media level question, and I just solved this question with the help of a while loop. So what do you mean by Fibonacci series? We have to know. So Fibonacci series is what? Just see here. Fibonacci series means if we add these two digits, then the sum of these two digits is the another is the output of this the next the sum of these two digits is become a third digit, and the sum of these two digits become a four digit. This sum of these two digits become a this one, these two digits become a this one, and these two digits become a this one. Okay, I hope you clearly understand what is the mean of Fibonacci series. So print the first n terms of the Fibonacci series using a while loop where n is provided by the user. Okay, so how this thing is possible? Let's see. Let's create a any value. Let's do the user input as n, and The most important thing we have to take a two variable, that's the a and b, that's the 0 and 1. Okay, when you do the two variable, then create another variable, that's the count, and the initialize with 0. Okay, so when count is less than n, okay, that is become printed, correct, and there is some value. Okay, after that what we have to do, when on the at that point when the count is less than n, and then a comma b, it become what, a will become b, a comma b, it become b and a plus b, because we have to put the sum of these two digits, and the count plus equal to 1, that's the normal, that's the basic example about this. So how this thing is possible, let's do it practically, and let's do this. Okay, okay, so the question number 10 is Fibonacci series. Okay, so what do you mean by Fibonacci series? That's the example is like this one, like a 0 and 1. Okay, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, this 1 plus 2, 3, sorry, 3, this 2 plus 3, that is 5, 3 plus 5, that is 8. So this is about the Fibonacci series. So let's take a variable n, let's take a user input n, input, enter, and after that what we have to do, we have to do a two variable, a equal to 0 and b equal to 1. For that we have to this two variable we have to take in. Okay, and now create another variable, that is a count. Done. Now let's add loop, for loop here, and for anything like this one, like for just here what we have to do here, for count is less than n, at that point if the count is less than n, then what happening, then print a, and the a comma b is become b comma a plus b, because the addition, add these two numbers and then count. Okay, so for we have to not use a for, we have to do this thing with the help of while. So while count is less than n, okay, then we have to just print a comma, for y we use n, you just see. Okay, done. After that a comma b will become b comma a plus b. Done. Then just updation, count plus equal to 1. Now print and see what's happening. Just put 5. Just see Fibonacci series. Okay, I hope you clearly understand what's happening here. Told you 0, 1, 1, 2 and 3, and that is the 5, that's the number of n, that's the num, this all the Fibonacci series. If we have to try 10, okay, you have to see how the grade, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34. Just add 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, and 3, 5, 8, and 5, 8, 13, and 13, 8, 21, and 21 plus 13, 34. Correct. Not problem. So just see what is happening here. We have to take just a variable n here, and after that a and b we have to take a variable, and it's 0 and 1, and we have to create another variable count, and when the count is less than just print a at that point, just the space variable, and then a comma b, then a comma b, then a will become b, and b will become a plus b, that we have to add that, count plus equal to 1. This is all the uh, logic behind this code. Okay, I hope you clearly understand, and Let's move forward. Yeah. So let's move to our question number. I hope you can understand all these things. So let's move to our question number 11. 11 is hard thing, and okay, we have also a three hard question and then also a easy question. Okay. Uh, let's do this question search in a list. Okay. This means search in a list. Done. What we have to do? Uh, just see what it want. Search in a list means given a list of number and target value, loop through the list and use break to stop as soon as the target is found. Print is index, correct? So what does it mean? It's a we have a given list and of numbers and target values. So if loop through the list and use break to stop as soon as the target is found. When the target is found, then let's print that index. Okay. So we have a list name that's a num. That's we have also inside 4, 9, 15, 23, and 7. We have to just find target if 23 is inside the nums or not. So for I in range, that's the length of them, that is a 5. Okay. So if nums of I equal to target, print, find. Else not find. I hope you understand what is happening here. So let's do. Okay. So this is for indexing. You clearly understand in the list. So let's do this list. So now what we have to do? So first of all, let's create a variable num, that is int input enter num. Done. Then what we have to do? So don't take a num here because we have to deal with list. Okay. So don't take a input. We have to also take an input. So we have to also do with the name. Okay. We have to find 4, 9, anyone 43, 24, and 65. Okay. We have any target. Target equal to num. So target equal to anyone. You want to target 43 at this point. Okay. Just target. 43 is a target. Now what we have to do? Just create for I in range. Range is what? It's the length of nums. Normal. Okay. If nums of I is become target, when the nums of I become target, then we have to just print, just to call and then print f string. We have to look so good. We have to make it look. We have to make it good. So it may so target target this one. Okay. Target find found at index I. Done. If target will found at that point, correct, and when the find this, so just to create a break statement. Okay, and then else not found, print not found. Okay. So just see what is happening here. First of all, just run this code. Okay. 43, 43, find at index 2, 0, 1, 2. That's the indexing. That's the indexing start with 0, 1, 2. Okay. So it's a iteration, and we have to put a break statement correct. Therefore, okay. So what we have to do, we have to create a else condition outside the loop, because if you do this inside the loop, therefore num is I is the target. Therefore 4 is not equal to target. Therefore the else will be printed. So what we have to do, we have to just create a else outside loop. Now print and just see what is the output here. 43. I have found at index 2. So if you have to do some indexing, so indexing, that is start with 4, first index 0, zeroth index, first index 2, second index, third index, and the fourth index. So in string, I will told all these things in brief. So this is the nums, and there is a target, and we have to normal thing for I in range. There is a length of nums. If the num of I is equal to target, then just a print at the index and then break. If this is found at the break, if not found, it is also the loop will be running. Okay, and else not found. I hope you clearly understand what is happening here. Okay, so let's move to forward, and the question number is, this is the 11th. Okay, 11. Now we have to just find the question number 12. What is the question number 12? Just see. That is a medium level question. What does it mean? Let's try to do escape multiples of 3. Okay, like multiples of 3 means what? Like a print number from 1 to 20, correct? But use continue, skip any number that is multiple of 3, just escape. It's a very easy question. Let's see. Okay. Uh, this question is escape multiple of 3. Okay. Multiple of 3. Okay. So what does it mean? So let's create any thing, like for what we have to do, we have to take any input num, int input, enter num. After that uh, make a for loop for I in range 1 to num plus 1 if num divided by 3 equal to 0. What we have to do? We have to know a flow statement, that is continue. Just skip. Okay, done. Then print I. Okay, and if you want to print in the same line, then what we have to do? Okay, now see what happens. Num is 20. Let's see. Okay, okay. Mm, it print the all these things. So what we do from here? Yeah. So just print inside this if condition. Okay, and see what happens. The num, that is 20. Not. This is not a great good way. I hope. Okay. This is a simple thing. We have to just print the continuous statement. After that, we have to just print the print I. Okay. So how this thing is possible with the help of this? So we have to not print. So what we have to do mistake here? So we have to just print I. Okay. But what is I? I is just a iteration, no? We have to print a num. That is all to this one to this one. Okay, like this one. Because the iteration is going go to the 1 to 20 is correct, but we have to print a num. Okay, so the num is 20. Okay. And now just see the logic behind this code. Normal thing. Okay. Okay. So if we do this thing here, and if we want to print the num, so the iteration become the num now. So the nothing I here, because the iteration is curve. That's a for num in range 1 to num plus 1, and the num divided by 3 equal to 0. Therefore we have to print this. Okay, and now just print and just see what is the output. So 20, 1, 2, 3 skip, 4, 5, 6 skip, 7, 8, 9 skip, 10, 11, 12 skip, 13, 14, 15 skip, and otherwise the skip are also 18 skip. So this is just a skip multiple of 3. How is this possible? Let's analyze. We have to just create a variable num. Let's take a user input, and after that it's for num in range 1 to num plus 1. If num divided by 3 at any point, if num divided by 3 equal to 0, that's why we have to just put a continuous statement at that point and then just print. If num divided by anything, just a 3 divided by 3, that's a continuous escape. And after that, just print num, and the output is here. I hope you clearly understand. So let's move to our next question, question number 13, and just see what this question will talk. So the question number 13 is very easy. We are using the pass statement here. What does it mean? It's a placeholder with pass statement. So nothing. That's the same statement. Like write a loop from 1 to 5 for the number 3 only. You have to pass the placeholder. For logic, you will add later. The loop should not skip printing any number. So you have to do you have to add anything letter based. So you have to use a pass statement. Let's do this code. Okay. So using pass statement. Okay. So let's do. So we have a anything. We have a take any. Don't take a user input. We have to just print this one for I in range 1 to 6. 1 to 6 if I become 3, pass, and then print I comma and with a space. Done. And now just print and see what happening. So the output is what? So the output is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Why the 3 is not a skip here? Because we are using the pass statement as a placeholder, and we have to add anything after using the after anything. If we have to add here we have to add some continuous statement, also break statement after the code be running. So we have to add. So this is a very basic question. The question number 13. I hope you clearly understand. And let's move to our next question. Question number 14. So that's done. Past changes nothing here. Then move to our question of 14. That's the hard level question. What's that? Not a hard. It's a nested for loop. So see what happening here. It's a print a number pyramid. So the question of 14 is print a number pyramid. Done. Okay. So what does it mean? So just see the solution. Like for I in range 1 to 6. So for you also know we told about the nested loop means what? It means this is for row and this is for column. Okay. So for I in the range 1 to 6, that is range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's correct. For j in range 1 to I plus 1. So for I in range 1, that's correct. So this one go inside the j. Now I has become 1. So 1 comma, this will become 1 to 2. That is the output 1. Print j is 1. So the output is 1, correct. And after the next line for this one we have to print. Okay. So let's do this code and let's analyze what is happening here. Okay. So print a number pyramid. So take anything you want. Let's take a user input. That is a very best thing always. If you want a user anything you want anything user want to add take input. So we can int input enter num. Okay. After that, let's create a for I in range 1 comma num plus 1, then for in I and then for j in range 1 comma I plus 1, because we have to do a pyramid variety, and then print j comma and this one. After that we have to just for the new line we have to print, correct. And now just see the output. What is here? Just run this code. 5, correct. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4 and 5 done. So how this code will work, just see. So we have to take any num input as a user, and for I in range 1 comma and num plus 1. Okay. So 1 comma num plus 1 like 1 comma 5, so 1 comma 6. So for j in range, so like if I is equal to 1, so I inside 1 and I become 1, so 1 comma 2 that will become 1, so print 1 1. Then again the code will be run again. So now I will become 2. Now I will become here 3. I plus 1, that's a 3. So 1 comma 2, that is 1 comma 2. So therefore 1 comma 2 3 and 1 2 3 4 4 and 1 2 3 4 5 also this will be that. After that the code will be running, as the code will stop running and the output will be printed. So I hope you clearly understand what is happening here. So this is a very basic thing about this code, and do some practice. Practice makes you better, better, better. So do practice. Okay. So let's move to our today's lecture last question, question number 15. So I hope you will understand this code, and the question number 15, that is one of the most important question, that is the factorial of the number. What do you mean by factorial? Like just factorial. Factorial means what? Therefore, it give us any number like 5. Okay. So 5 means what? That's a factorial is become if all the previous number that will become that is a multiplication of all the previous number. Like what? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, that's become 120. The factorial of 4, that is become 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, that is become 24, and the factorial of 3, that is become 6, and the factorial of 2, that is become 2, and factorial of 1, that is become 1. Okay. So let's analyze this code and just see what is happening here. So we have a factorial. So just this see here. There is some user input, that is a num. If factorial equal to 1, let's create any variable that is a factorial, and we have to solve this question with the help of while loop. Do not use recursion. I know what do you mean by recursion? You have a question, but when we talk about function, so we clearly uh, do this same code with the help of recursion. Okay, don't worry, this is very 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 easy. Just follow the process, all clear. Okay. So the initialization I start with 1, and if while we have to create a while loop. So while I is less than equal to num. Okay, less than equal to num. What we have to do? Factorial into y. I plus equal to 1, and then print factorial. That's a normal thing. Okay. So Let's do the code. Let's do this code. This is easy. This is some hard. When you practice, then all this code you will become easy. It's become easy. Okay. So let's do this code. So factorial. Let's take a user input num. Okay. After that, let's create a new variable that is a factorial that has become one. And if you solve this question, sorry. So if you solve this question with the help of I, so I will become one. And now initialization done. Now create a condition. Why I is less than equal to num. Correct? Then the factorial is become factorial into I, and then I plus equal to 1. So initially the updation. After this thing, what we have to do? We have to just print do this some beautiful do this some good like use f string, and we have num any factorial like num factorial. This is the sign of factorial, which become factorial. Factorial done. Okay. And just see what is happening, and just see the output. Any num, let's say 5. Output is become 120. Matlab means the factorial of 5 is become 120. And if you find the factorial of 4, so the factorial of 4 become 24. So now let's try for factorial of 6. So the factorial of 6 becomes 120, because how this is possible? Just see here. Just factorial of 6, that has become this type, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, or up to 6, no? Yeah. So this means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6, 50, 30, 120, 360, 720, into 720. That's the output. So this is the code behind the factorial. I hope you clearly understand. So let's analyze how it happens. So we have to just create any variable num, and after that we have to any initialization of any create a variable factorial, it will become 1, and initialization I will become 1. While I less than equal to none, then I less than equal to 1, factorial into y become the factorial, that is become factorial into y. That's the multiply at that point, and the updation will be done. So this is the also the same thing. Okay. I hope you clearly understand what I'm trying to say, and I hope there is no doubt in all these 15 questions. This is a very 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 important question of the loop, and this is all question that we always use this question uh, uh, when we solve the another question. Okay. So I hope it's better for you. So there is a basic thing here, so you have to do like just see here, the factorial become 1, and 1 is become neither I, now I is become 1, so 1 is become 1, now the I is become 2, then the 2, and that's the factorial is become 1, correct? Then factorial and the I is become 2, and then the factorial become 2. Therefore this is the multiplication and the output at the end. Okay. So I hope you clearly understand, and there is no doubt at this point. So this is our fifth question, and I done. So great work. Revisit any question you find tricky before moving to the next lecture. That is a reminder, okay? And we have done all the loop question and all the loop concept. So I hope there is no doubt at this point, and you clearly understand all this topic, all the question you clearly understand, and if you have any doubt, please put in the comment section. I hope you like this video. Please like this video, and please, if you have any doubt, please comment, and just subscribe my channel, and please hit the bell icon. So enough for today. Thank you.